Good afternoon, NACC basketball fans. Hope everyone is doing great, healthy, staying safe, and trying to stay warm. I know the Midwest is expecting some enjoyable winter weather this week, so hopefully everyone's getting a chance to stay inside, stay warm, and stay safe, and keeping mask on. Jumping right into things. I had a really big, exciting week with NACC basketball beginning on both sides, the men's and the women's side. With North Division games going on in the women's side. We're going to jump right into it. CUC traveled to Hope midweek on Wednesday, January 20th. They were led by Tara Hastings with 12 points and 3 assists. The Cougars did struggle a little bit from the floor. First game of the year on the road in one of the top teams in all of Division III. Cougars struggled a little bit, shot 23% from the field, 20% from 3, and 64% from the free throw line. Unfortunately, also committed 46 turnovers. But, first game out on the road in a tough opponent, tough way to start for the Cougars. Moving on to Friday. Remember now, when it gets into conference games, Friday and Saturday will be back-to-back doubleheaders against the same opponents. Marion opened up with a 65-40 win over Alverno. The Sabres won all 4 quarters and route to their 25-point win over the Inferno. Congratulations to Coach Rogers on win number 1 for her time at Marion. Guard Claire Lewandowski led the Sabres with 16 points on 6 of 17 shooting, 4 of 14 from the 3. Paris Harris with 10 and 8. Serena Pahowski had 9 points and a game-high 12 rebounds. Off the bench, the Sabres got a contribution from Alyssa Madison, who scored 10 points. For the Inferno, they were led by Ivorian Wilcox with a double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds. The Sabres forced 23 turnovers and were 10 of 12 from the free throw line, while the Inferno forced just 11 turnovers and was 10 of 22 from the free throw line. For the evening, the Inferno shot 28.6% from the floor, 20% from 3, and 45% from the free throw line. The Sabres shot 34.3% from the field, 27.3% from 3, and 83.3% from the free throw line. CUW went on the road and got a 55-50 win over Lakeland. Emily Hafman led the Falcons with 19 points and 8 rebounds. Hannah Bocher with 14 points and 7 rebounds. Lakeland was led by Megan Will with 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Balanced scoring for the Muskies with all 9 players scoring. Free throws were a big difference. CUW was 16 of 19 from the free throw line, while Lakeland was just 3 of 6. CUW on the night shot almost 31% from the field, 25% from 3, and 84% from the free throw line. Lakeland shot 42% from the field, 20% from the 3, and 50% from the free throw line. Edgewood opened up with a 65-54 win over MSOE. The Eagles were led by Bria Lemarande with 13 points and 13 rebounds on just 4 of 7 shooting. Emma Klein with 12 and 7, and then off the bench, Parker Featherson chipped in with 10. Of the 15 Eagles that played, 10 of them scored. So a lot of depth there for Edgewood. The Red Raiders were led by Amy Reiser with a game-high 17 points and 8 rebounds. Skylar Flanagan with 11. Edgewood opened up the game with a 29-10 first quarter lead. But MSOE was plus 8 over those last 3 quarters. Edgewood won the rebounding battle by 11. But MSOE did force 33 Edgewood turnovers while committing just 16. On the night, Edgewood did shoot over 53% from the field, 35% from the 3, and 67% from the free throw line. MSOE shot 30.6% from the field, 16% from 3, and 54% from the free throw line. Moving into Saturday's games. CUC in another non-conference game took on Greenville. They fell 69-43. Cougars dropped to 0-2 on the season overall. They were led by Emily Balaban with 12 points and 7 rebounds. The Cougars were out-rebounded by 15, but they did force 20 Greenville turnovers. Greenville shot 34.7% from the field, 34.8% from 3, and 75% from the free throw line. CUC shot 25%, over 25% from the field, 17% from 3, and 63% from the free throw line. In the second game, Marion completes the sweep of Alverno. The Sabres opened up with a 16-9 first quarter and cruised the remainder of the game, holding Inferno to just 19 second-half points. The Sabres were led by Paris Harris with 17 points and 6 rebounds, Serena Pahowski with 15 and 5, Claire Lewisowski with 12. The Inferno were led by Angie Ruchin with 14 points and 6 rebounds, Dom Hudson with a double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds. Marion forced 27 Inferno turnovers while committing just 15. The Inferno did win the rebounding battle 37-34, though. Alverno shot over 29% from the field, over 28% from 3, and 92% from the free throw line. Marion shot 46% from the field, 30% from 3, and 79% from the free throw line. In the split, Lakeland and Coach Peterson got a big win over CUW, 58-51. Congrats to Coach Peterson on her first win as the head coach of the Muskies. Lakeland was led by Megan Will with 21 points and 8 rebounds. Casey Gardner with a very solid all-around game. 10 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists while playing a full 40 minutes. CUW was led by Clara Chambers with 17 and 7, Hannah Bocher with 10 points, and Lindsay Smitsdorf with 6 points and 12 rebounds. Lakeland was plus 5 on the boards, plus 14 in the paint, plus 7 in second chance points, and plus 14 off the bench. On the night, CUW shot 27% from the field, 16% from 3, and 80% from the free throw line, while Lakeland shot 36% from the field, 24% from 3, and 69% from the free throw line. Edgewood completing their season sweep of MSOE. Edgewood moves to 3-2 on the season, while MSOE drops to 0-3. The Eagles got a big game from Melissa Ronde with 18 and 10, Bria Lemarande with 16 and 9, and Emma Klein with 11 and 5. MSOE was led by Kayla Burrito with 13 and 10, Amy Reiser with 9 and 12. A 20-10 third quarter was the difference in the game. Edgewood dominated the paint 30-14, and plus 13 in fast break points. The Eagles did shoot over 38% from the field, 13% from 3, and 58% from the free throw line. MSOE shot 32% from the field, 33% from the free throw line, and 80% from the free throw line. 33% from 3 points, sorry. Just a little bit of preview going into this week's games. On the North Division, Marion and Edgewood are both 2-0. Marion's 2-0 on the season. Edgewood is now 3-2. CUW and Lakeland both 1-1 in the North Division. CUW is 3-2 overall. Lakeland is 1-1. Alverno, MSOE are 0-2 in North Division play. MSOE is over 0-3 overall, and Wisconsin Lutheran has not played yet. In the South Division, the only team that has played so far has been Concordia Chicago, who are 0-2 overall. Upcoming games this week, Friday and Saturday. CUC at Benedictine, Marion at Edgewood, Dominican at Aurora, Alverno at CUW, and MSOE at Wisconsin Lutheran. Remember, those are back-to-back games. You can check out those games, live stream. Go to the NACC website, go to the schedule. You can get the links there, or you can go to each individual institution's athletic homepage, and you'll be able to get links as well as previews. I am not sure. I haven't seen it yet this year in the few games I have played in previous weeks. But, going through, checking out some games, checking out some stats, I pick Bria Lemarande of Edgewood as the Women's NACC Player of the Week. On the week, in a 2-0 week, she averaged 14.5 points per game, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1.5 blocks, while shooting over 55% from the field, over 42% from 3, and 67% from the free throw line. So a big week coming up. A lot of new teams. Wisconsin Lutheran playing their first games of the year. Aurora and Dominican going to play their first games as well. So a lot of North and South Division games on the women's side. Jump right over to the men's side. On Tuesday, Marion opened up with a 100-60 win over Maranatha. Maranatha was a former member of the NACC conference. The Sabres got their first win of the season. They were led by Tyler Goen with an unreal 39 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists on 15 of 18 shooting, 6 of 8 from 3, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. David Britton chipped in with 16 and 7, and then off the bench, Dylan Miner with 10 points. They were plus 10 on the boards, plus 11 in turnovers, and made 38 shots on 25 assists. They did shoot 50% from the field, 41% from 3, and 86% from the free throw line. They did hold Maranatha to under 40% from the field, 36% from 3, and 50% from the free throw line. So Marion started off their season with a nice win. Moving to Wednesday's game, Lakeland played Northwestern of Minnesota. Unfortunately, they came up a little short. Northwestern Minnesota took home a 90-62 win over the Muskies. Lakeland moves to 1-1 on the season. Jaguan Pegues led the Muskies with 11 on 5 of 12 shooting. Trenton Nickel with 10 points on 4 of 12 shooting. Off the bench, Earl Lewis and Aiden Polson each had 10. The Muskies were out-rebounded by 13 and only had 10 assists on the night. Lakeland shot over 32% from the field, 21.4% from 3, and 75% from the free throw line, while Northwestern Minnesota shot 54.5% from field, almost 54% from 3, and then 69% from the free throw line. Unfortunately, had our first postponement, MSOE at CUW, which was supposed to be a non-conference game, was postponed on that Wednesday. And then Thursday, MSOE was supposed to travel to Maranatha in a return game. That game has been postponed as well. Going into Saturday's games, we were supposed to have 2, but unfortunately CUW at Benedictine has been postponed. So the only game that was played on Saturday was Edgewood hosting Rockford. Edgewood came away with a 77-72 win over the Regents. Edgewood moves to 3-2 on the year, while Rockford starts off the season 0-1. Edgewood took an 11-point lead going into halftime. They were led by Jake Schrockenthaler off the bench with 18 and 6. Jake Nagus, Ryan Buss, and Eli Harches all scored 14. Then Jake Graff chipped in with 12. Rockford was led by Demarius Bond with 15, followed by 11 and 8 from returning guard Brandon Emmerich, and then 10 points from newcomer Nick Phillips. Rockford was plus 2 on the boards, but the Eagles were plus 20 in the paint, plus 8 in points off turnovers, plus 7 in second chance points, and plus 16 off the bench. 17 turnovers for the Regents, while the Eagles committed just 13, which is a staple for Coach Meyer and his program. They don't turn over the ball a whole lot. On the afternoon, Rockford shot 47.4% from the field, 48% from 3, and then 44% from the free throw line. Edgewood shot 57% from the field, 46% from 3, and 64% from the free throw line. Upcoming games this week, Concordia Chicago hosting DePaul of Indiana. And then on Tuesday, Buena Vista will be at Benedictine. And then Thursday, Rockford at Loras. Loras was the preseason pick for the American Rivers Conference. They had already played Concordia, Wisconsin of the NACC as well. And then Friday and Saturday, you have Aurora at Dominican, CUW at Lakeland, Edgewood at Marion, and Benedictine at Concordia Chicago. And then on Saturday, you have Wisconsin Lutheran at MSOE. So a lot of games coming up, some programs and teams kicking off their first games of the season. So a lot of exciting basketball going on this week on the men's and women's side. But covering my thoughts on the NACC Player of the Week, it's hard to turn down somebody that puts up 39 points in the opening game of the season. But Tyler Goen was my pick for NACC Player of the Week of Marion. 39 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals, and a 40-point win over Maranatha, shooting 15 of 18 from the field, 6 of 8 from 3, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. So a very solid start for Marion, starting off the season 1-0. Tyler Goen with a big individual game, 39 points, and an impressive shooting number. So a lot of great basketball, a lot of exciting things last week. I'm looking forward to some really good games this week on the men's and women's side. So again, if you want to watch these games and check out the live streaming, go to each individual institution's athletic website. You can go to their schedules. Even if your team's on the road, you can go to your own school and there will be a link taking you to the live streaming. So definitely check that out. But as a reminder, to stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully everyone has a great week.